Why is it so hard to actually say what I feel?
Just keep it together.
Don't be too much.
Somewhere along the way, you learned to hold it in, to soften your truth, to shape your voice, to be easier to love. But your body knows, your voice knows, and there's a place inside you where nothing is forced, where everything real gets to exist. This is that place. Welcome to G-Spot. Hi, my loves. Welcome back to G-Spot. And if you're new here, welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics because I think it is such an important topic. It's one of my favorites. If you know me, you know I am so passionate about the nervous system. I think that if we all had a regulated nervous system, the world would be a very different place. So let's go ahead and talk about why your nervous system might be ruling your love life. Have you ever been so clear about what you don't want anymore and then continue to keep doing it? Maybe this is like with a partner who you say that you're done with, but then you keep on seeing, or a habit that you can't seem to break, or even just like hanging out with people that don't align with you. This isn't a discipline thing. It's not willpower. There's something so much deeper. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. In the last episode, we talked about self-abandonment and how it can happen in so many different ways. It's literally small ways every day. You can self-abandon yourself and not really even realize it. The thing that was frustrating for me is that I would keep on doing it even when I knew, even when I was aware. I would keep on doing the things. It was choosing chaos over calm, feeling like healthy people were boring. Oh my goodness. I thought healthy people were just such squares. I rolled my eyes at them, and deep down I realized later that I was actually comparing myself to them in a way of wanting to be healthy but not able to. And that's for another episode. This was such a crux for me. Overthinking texts and needing reassurance and just like craving that constant validation. Does any of this sound familiar? But here's the thing. Your body is wired for familiar, not healthy. I know that sounds really crazy, but we're going to get into it a little bit more. We wonder why we keep on doing the same things. For many people, safety does not equal peace. Okay? Safety does not always equal peace. The nervous system is not wired to create peace. It's wired to create safety. And so this can look very many different ways. If your nervous system told yourself that you were safe in a certain situation by flight, fight, fawn, by certain patterns, then that's what the nervous system is going to choose to do over and over and over again. I want to share a moment where this really clicked for me. And it took me a while. Yeah, it didn't click in the moment. But as I have said, I had a relationship that was really tumultuous. If I'm being honest, it had become my addiction. And this relationship started out with a deep, beautiful friendship, and there was a lot of love there. But as time went on, I started really getting addicted to this attachment. It became really intense. My body was constantly on high alert. I was constantly anxious, and I was the skinniest that I had ever been before. And, looking back on that, maybe it's kind of a red flag, yeah? And even though I knew that this wasn't good for me, I still stayed, even though I was getting so drained down to nothing. At least that's what it felt like. And instead of leaving, I went to something else that felt familiar, which was drinking. Not even because it was a good idea, but because my system was already in so much chaos. And this is the kind of chaos that I already knew. It almost felt easier to go down that path. And I didn't put up much of a fight. I was looking for regulation, and that's what felt like regulation to me, even though it was not healthy. If I'm being honest, I really didn't know much about the nervous system back then. I feel like I started realizing this pattern when I started doing this work. And it wasn't really about the drinking. It wasn't really about the relationship. It was about my nervous system trying to find something familiar, something it recognized as normal. And it didn't really matter if it was hurting me. The nervous system is there to protect, to find what's familiar. We've already done this. We got through this. Yeah. And I want to be clear, I'm not sharing this because I'm still going through this. I am sharing this because I now have a better understanding of what my body is doing, of how it reacts, how it works. It doesn't always have to look as big as this, right? Like, for example, you're looking at your phone. You've already sent the text. You've already sent one. You keep looking at your phone. You keep on looking at your phone. And you know that it's not a good idea to send another text, but you do it anyways. Your nervous system, you start getting hyped up and you get that hit of relief. You send that message. Or you say yes to plans that you don't necessarily have energy for or want to do. You say yes because it feels safer than disappointing someone, because you're trying to keep this peace, right? And let's just paint a picture of this peace internally. After you've just self-abandoned yourself, gone against what you actually want to say, is there actually that much peace inside? What is your body doing? Is it tensing up? Are you afterwards asking, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I don't even want to go to that. One more example of this is you want to do something new, but last minute you bail. You say, I can't. I'm just so drained. I don't want to. It's actually, this isn't even right for me. I don't even know what I was thinking. Oh, there will be next time. Oh, da 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 da. Did any of these sound familiar? These moments seem small, but they're a part of a pattern. Your body choosing what's familiar over what's aligned. Your nervous system is basically your body's way of deciding what feels safe. It will choose familiar over healthy. It reacts faster than your logical mind, and it creates this feeling of urgency, anxiety, and that pull. So you're not broken. Your body learned this. Let me tell you some shifts that you can make that might help. Something that has helped me is noticing body cues, really tapping into the body. Oh, my chest is tight. Urgency. Oh my God, I gotta do this. Take a moment. Breathe. What's really happening? I know I say this one a lot, y'all, but this is so important. So important is to remember to pause. You don't owe anyone an answer right away. You don't. You can say, I don't have an answer for that right now. Let me think about it. Or however that wording is for you. You can say that. You have a right to that. This one was a really hard one for me. This one was hard. Learning to tolerate calm. Now, in my sessions, there's a whole package called Coming Home, and we go through different types of sessions, and one of the sessions is the Body Keeps score, and I give you some really good ways of being with your body, which therefore is like tapping into that calm. And it's really a practice. But once you're able to tolerate calm, you're able to actually ask yourself the questions like, is this familiar? Is this right for me? What's going on? Really listening to your body. Real change does not start with making yourself different. It starts with understanding why you are the way you are and meeting yourself there. Understanding why you are the way you are and meeting yourself there. You don't need to be fixed. You are not broken. You are surviving, and not in the way that people like all play, like, I'm surviving out here. No, you're a primal human who has picked up things along the way. And the cool thing about being a human is that we evolve and we find other ways that create safety, other ways of surviving. And we are capable of changing the script. We are capable of regulating. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope this serves you. I hope it helps you in your everyday. If you have something to say, please comment. If you felt a certain type of way about something, I'd love to hear whatever you have to say. I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you for listening to G-Spot, where your truth turns you on. This isn't just something you listen to. It's something you live. So take what landed here and bring it into your next conversation, your next boundary, your next moment of truth. If you're walking this path and want to go deeper, find me on Instagram at Graciela Serena Music. You can find more information on how to work with me below in the show notes. And if this resonated, let it travel. Share, comment. I would love to hear from you. But most of all, remember, your truth isn't too much. Your voice isn't the problem. Stay there, in that place where it's real. I'll see you next time.